Good afternoon. I will call to order the meeting of the New Ulm Public Utilities Commission for the month of December. The first item on the agenda is to review and approve the minutes from the last 3 meetings we've held. Oh wait, staff report, public, 2 meetings.
Yes, I'll move to approve the minutes of the November 26th and the special meeting of December 16th, 2019.
Second.
Any discussion on the motion? All in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Next is to receive our monthly utility operations report.
President Heine, Commissioners, I just have a couple comments on the report. Just to let you know, within the electric distribution department, the 3 PTs in the south side sub have been replaced. The leaking bushings on the north side substation transformer were replaced, and contractors are now testing the leaks on the Center Street substation transformer and working on the LTCs at the Center Street substation. And crews have also completed installing the conduit and vaults along the south side of Highway 14 that's going to feed the new armory. We also, under the electric production, we did have a water main break in front of the plant. We lost some water pressure, had to shut down until the pressure was restored. This was on an old I believe somewhere in the vicinity of an 1891 water service. So we still have some old services yet in the ground. Excuse me. Also, underwater, the 4.5 million gallon reservoir has been drained. The contractor was in, cleaned it, and they have installed the mixer in that reservoir, and so that is in service at this point and is working fine. And just a note, the PUC calendar has been sent out, so hopefully everyone has seen that in their mailbox. So it turned out really nice this year.
I'll offer the motion to receive and order filed the report regarding monthly utility operations.
Second.
Any discussion on the motion? All in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. The motion carries. Next, we want to recognize our employee of the month, who is Joe Tito.
Yeah, Joe Tiedel is a construction chief in the gas department. He has been employed by the Public Utilities Gas Department since October of 2002. Joe started as a service technician and has progressed through the gas department to his current position as construction chief. Joe has taken on the extra task of updating the meter database, which requires many steps to complete. He is very thorough and takes the time to make sure that the data is accurate and complete. This is very important because an error can cause problems in our billing systems. Joe is very good at his job and deserves to be recognized for his efforts. So congratulations to Joe Tiedel.
Okay, do we have a motion to recognize Joe's work?
I'll make the motion to recognize Joe Teetles, who is the construction chief in the gas department, as Employee of the Month for November of 2019.
I'll second.
Any discussion of the motion? All in favor of recognizing Joe Tito as Employee of the Month for November indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carried. On to old business. We have a motion regarding the sanitary sewer.
Yes, Commissioners, this is just a information item for you. At the last meeting in November, the item was tabled. It has to do with the connection of sanitary sewer by property owners that are within 200 feet of a sewer main. I just wanted to indicate where we were at with that. Right now, we've had some meetings that we've held with staff as well as legal. We're discussing the process to initiate the connection. And it was advised in the meeting that we may want to change some of the components of the Regulation 602, which is connection to a public sewer. So these changes would include timeframes and limits, as well as maybe requirements as to when to connect, and consequences for noncompliance. So we are reviewing also funding sources or assessments if they may qualify for that. So the intent is to continue on with meetings and discussions and then bring this issue back to the commission at a later date.
I'll offer the motion to receive and order filed updates regarding the connection to sanitary sewer by property owners within 200 feet of a sewer main.
Second.
Any discussion of the motion? All in favor of the motion indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. That motion carries. Now on to new business. We need to consider the 2020 budget for the utility.
Okay, we are asking that you adopt the 2020 budget for the New Ulm Public Utilities. The budget was presented to the commission at a meeting on November 26th. Basically, everything is the same in the budget with the exception of an addition of $103,635 in the electric fund, which is an estimate for salary and benefits for a new electrical project engineer, which was approved also at the November 26th meeting. The position, 50% of the cost of that position is going to be allocated between the electric distribution department and the electric transmission department. So other than that, everything else is the same.
I'll move the motion to, I will offer the resolution and waive the reading to adopt a 2020 budget for the New Ulm Public Utilities.
Second.
Any discussion on the motion to offer the resolution? Then I believe we need to call the roll.
Yep. Commissioner Hillersheim,
Yes.
Commissioner Shaunis,
Yes.
Commissioner Swan,
Yes.
President Heine.
Yes. The budget is adopted. Or the resolution is adopted to adopt the budget. Next is to consider a bid for bulk diesel fuel.
At the November 26th commission meeting, it was approved that we could go out for bids on the bulk fuel that we have down at the fuel depot for both diesel and unleaded fuel. So we did advertise that. We received 2 bids back, and the low bidder was the United Farmers Co-op, and that was at a 7.9 cent per gallon margin on diesel fuel and 7.5 cent per gallon margin on unleaded gasoline. And the second bidder was at 9 cents for both.
I'll move to award the bulk diesel fuel and unleaded gasoline to the city of New Ulm and the New Ulm Public Utilities by United Farmers Cooperative.
I'll second.
Any discussion of the motion? So all in favor of awarding the bid to United Farmers Cooperative to provide diesel fuel and unleaded gasoline to the city of New Ulm Public Utilities, which would include the police department, fire department, indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Let's see. Next, we need to consider the Elliott turbine overhaul and controls upgrade.
Yes, this is a capital budgeted item for 2020. The insurance requires us to do a major overhaul every 10 years to maintain our current insurance levels, and it has been 15 years since this one was overhauled. And that's, they changed their policy just recently on that, and that's why we have this long lag on it. We've done some other things talking to them about why we did some bore scoping, trying to delay this to an opportune time. If you look at this, this unit is part of our capacity sales that we have in effect till 2030, and it is our smallest steam unit that we use for about a month and a half over the summer. The budget was $700,000. We came in significantly less than that at $428,448. And that was the best value and the lowest bid for all the items required through our RFP. Any questions?
I'll make the motion to authorize the city manager to accept the proposal and sign the contract from Power Plant Services for the overhaul of the Elliott turbine and controls upgrade for the amount of $428,448.
I'll
Second.
All in favor of the motion indicate by saying aye.
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 Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. And next is to receive information about the 2020 Tom Bovitz Memorial Scholarship.
Yes, President Heine, Commissioners, we're asking that you approve the 2020 Tom Bovitz $500 local scholarship. There is a scholarship program that's offered through the Minnesota Municipal Utilities Association, MMUA. This was created to increase awareness of public power. And so high school seniors in Minnesota are able to have the opportunity to earn a scholarship by writing a short essay on the benefits of public power. And annually, 4 scholarships totaling $5,000 are awarded by MMUA to the essay contest winners. A while back, the New Ulm Public Utilities agreed to also award $500 to a local winning essay submission. And so what happens is the local high school seniors will submit their essay to us, and we will pick out one local winner, which we will then submit to the Minnesota Municipal Utilities Association. And so the one that is chosen by the New Ulm Public Utilities would receive a $500 local scholarship.
I'll offer the motion to approve the 2020 Tom Bovitz local scholarship in the amount of $500.
Second.
Any discussion of the motion? All in favor indicate by saying aye.
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 Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Next is to consider a general wage adjustment for non-union PUC employees.
All right. So this is a 3% wage adjustment for all non-unionized part-time and full-time PUC employees going into effect January 1st, 2020. This increase was approved by City Council on December 17th, and it's up for your consideration.
I'll offer the motion to approve a general wage adjustment for non-unionized part-time and full-time PUC employees of 3% effective January 1st, 2020.
Second.
Any discussion of the motion? Did you say this matches the increase that the union employees would be receiving? No?
Potentially, yes.
Potentially, okay. Any other discussion? All in favor of the motion indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Next is to consider adopting revisions to the PUC Personnel Policy Manual.
Okay. These are just mostly language cleanups. The one that I would like to point out is more on the travel policy as far as when we would reimburse individuals for dinners and breakfast traveling to and from. So essentially, if they leave the house, have to leave their home by 6 a.m. to go to a meeting, we will reimburse breakfast at that time. And then dinner, if they can't make it home before 7 p.m., we'll reimburse them for dinner. Also, if the training and or hotel provides breakfast, any of the meals, those will not be reimbursed as well. And then this also did include day after Thanksgiving and President's Day, and the removal of Good Friday as a holiday.
I'll offer the motion to approve the revisions to the City PUC Personnel Policy Manual, which would be effective on January 1st, 2020.
Second.
Any discussion of the motion? All in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Next is to review some gas department surplus equipment.
Yes, this agenda item is to declare 2 MetroTech gas locators as surplus property and authorize disposition pursuant to the requirements of the city code and charter. The natural gas has 2 MetroTech gas locators. They're discontinued models and can no longer be repaired. You can see the make and model and serial numbers on the agenda item. Both gas locators have no salvage value.
Move to declare 2 MetroTech gas locators as surplus property and authorize disposition pursuant to the requirements of the city code and charter.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor of the motion indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Next is to consider water department surplus office furniture.
This too also is to surplus this property and is authorized disposition pursuant to the requirements of the city code and charter. During a recent renovation of the water steam office, it required the removing of the old furniture, which would not be usable in the new workstations. This furniture basically needed to be completely taken apart in order to get out of the building. It was made to order when they purchased it many years ago. The furniture also has no salvage value.
I'll offer the motion to declare water department office furniture as surplus property and authorize disposition pursuant to the requirements of the city code and charter.
Second.
Any discussion of the motion? All in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Next, we need to consider our report of claims.
Move to accept the list of claims paid in the amount of $3,463,376.32 and approve the list of claims to be paid in the amount of $271,293.96.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor of the motion indicate by saying aye.
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 Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. And I'm so happy that I was here tonight, otherwise you wouldn't have made any more motions. We now need to recognize Mr. Swan for his years of service on the Public Utilities Commission in 9 years?
9 years.
9
Yes.
years.
I have a recognition award to William Swan for service to the community by serving on the commission as a member from January 2011 to December of 2019, and serving as follows. Vice President from 2014 to 2019, Personnel Committee from 2012 to 2014, and the Long-Term Power Committee from 2016 to 2019. So this is given on the 30th day of December 2019.
Thank
So
you.
thank you for your service.
Thank you, and I would encourage, I know we've got a large viewership out there,
Mm-hmm.
but, one of the things that's valuable is learn about how city government works. And as someone who's always worked in the private sector, it was a great learning opportunity, and I would encourage others to do the same.
Thanks.
So thank you.
And we will miss all of your experience from the private sector and
Absolutely.
your industry.
Mhm.
Big shoes to fill.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, so I think the traditional way of thanking someone. And with that, we're adjourned.
Adjourned.